In 1812, the young United States, barely 30 years old, found itself caught in the crossfire of the Napoleonic Wars. Britain, locked in a struggle with France, imposed trade restrictions and impressed American sailors into its navy, igniting outrage. Meanwhile, on the western frontier, British support for Native American resistance fueled American anger. On June 18, 1812, President James Madison declared war on Britain, daring to challenge the world's greatest empire. The war began with grand ambitions, particularly the hope of seizing Canada. But American forces, poorly led and ill-prepared, were repeatedly repelled by British regulars, Canadian militia, and Native American allies. At sea, however, the small U.S. Navy scored surprising victories, with ships like the USS Constitution defeating British frigates. These triumphs, though fleeting, boosted American morale against the overwhelming might of the British Navy, which soon blockaded U.S. ports, crippling trade. By 1814, with Napoleon defeated, Britain turned its full attention to America. In August, British forces marched into Washington, D.C. and set fire to the White House and Capitol. It was a humiliating blow, but the Americans rallied. In September, they repelled a British assault on Baltimore, where Francis Scott Key, inspired by the defense of Fort McHenry, wrote the poem that would become the Star-Spangled Banner. In the South, General Andrew Jackson led a ragtag army of soldiers, pirates, and frontiersmen to a stunning victory at the Battle of New Orleans in 1828 January 1815. Ironically, the battle was fought after the war had officially ended, but it became a symbol of American resilience and Jackson's rise to fame. By late 1814, both sides were weary of war. On December 24th, American and British diplomats signed the Treaty of Ghent, restoring the status quo ante bellum. No territory changed hands, and the issues of impressment and trade restrictions were left unresolved. Yet the war had profound consequences for the United States, solidifying its independence and fostering a sense of national identity. The War of 1812, often called America's Second War of Independence, affirmed the nation's sovereignty and marked the decline of Native American resistance in the Old Northwest, paving the way for westward expansion. It gave rise to heroes like Jackson and Oliver Hazard Perry and inspired a new wave of patriotism. Though inconclusive, the war shaped the young nation's destiny. In the end, the War of 1812 was a story of fire and folly, courage and resilience. It was a conflict that tested a young nation and in the process helped forge its identity. From the ashes of Washington to the triumph at New Orleans, the war left an indelible mark on the American spirit, a tale of a people learning to stand tall in a turbulent world. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe.